Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a model making exercise and building on the knowledge that we have from the first lesson, we're going to introduce a few new features, a couple of new sketch tools and how to apply an appearance to our model to make it look more realistic. So let's jump in and have a look. So firstly, I'll pick the model, and this is the objective for today's exercise. It's a relatively simple part, but it's got some new features and some sketch tools. And as you can see, it's a nice color. So we're going to have a look at how to apply an appearance to the model. So building from the first video, we're going to use the feature tree to see how this part was created. So if we roll it back, we can see that it was extruded first, and if you click on the feature, it shows you it was 100mm diameter and it was extruded by 100mm depth. Then we've got a revolve, and a cut extrude, okay. Let's get a new part. Let's give it a go. So we're going to come onto the top plane and we're going to come up to the command manager and sketch. Select the circle, and we're going to make the center of the circle coincident with the origin, which is that little green relation there. Come up to smart dimensions and we'll make it 100mm diameter. Come up to features, extrude, give it 100mm depth. Now I'm going to introduce a new sketch tool now. So if we select the front plane and go sketch, you won't be able to see it, but I'm going to use hold control on the keyboard, and this allows you to select more than one item or entity. So if we select the front plane, hold control and select the face of the cylinder, come up to sketch, an intersection curve is what we're looking for. Now intersection curve, it's created us two lines which are the intersection between the face and the front plane. And we're going to just select these, control again and select both of them and go for construction. Now I don't think we touched on construction before, but it's a really good tool, a sketch tool, and it enables you to create construction geometry for your sketch. And it's worth noting that elements of a sketch don't always have to be used for features. Sometimes it's good to use them for construction and then build more complex parts of the sketch. So it's worth knowing for the future, and I thought something I would share with you today. So if we come up here now and select the line tool, and we're just going to crudely draw our step, and we'll define it with relations. And if we come up to here, view orientation, I just want to go normal to the sketch plane so we can see it a bit better. And if I select the line entity, come over to line properties, we're going to use our relations like we did in the first lesson. We're going to make that horizontal, we're going to make that one vertical, we're going to make that one horizontal, vertical, and that one horizontal. And I'm just going to drag them to make them a bit more proportionate a minute. I'm going to use the control on the keyboard again, select the line and the point, and we're going to make it coincident. And I'm going to get the line and just close it up. And there we go. And then finish it off, we're going to add some dimensions. 15mm. 7.5. 10. 10. Okay. The sketch is black, which tells us it's fully defined, which is good. And now generally the feature we're looking to use, come up to the command manager, revolve, requires a axis and a sketch. So we've got the sketch, but we don't have an axis at the moment. So if we come up to hide show items and go view temporary axis, as you can see there, we've got a temporary axis that was created from the first extrude feature. So select the sketch, come up to revolve, and Solidworks has auto selected an axis, but we don't want that. We're going to select our axis and go OK. And there we have our nice stepped feature on the bottom there. And if we select this top face, remembering that we can sketch on planes or planar faces, we're going to come up to the command manager and select sketch, and we'll select circle, and I want to go normal to the top here again, so go view orientation and select the top, and we're going to make the circle center point coincident with the origin. There's that green relation again. Come up to dimensions, and we're going to make it 65mm diameter, and we are going to cut down 60mm. Okay, and then finally we're going to sketch on the right plane. Come up to the command manager and sketch, and we'll go normal to again, just for clarity. And now we'll come up to center rectangle, and this is a symmetric rectangle. It's got the diagonals. Nice handy tool to use. It's a new sketch tool, but we can use it today. And it's worth noting you can select any line or element of this sketch, and you can make that construction. We're going to add an arc down the bottom here, so we come up and select arc, 2 points, and we'll just drag it there for the moment. And we want to make this arc tangent to that line, so using control on the keyboard again, come over here and select tangent. And now we're going to add some dimensions just to finish it up. And notice our sketch has gone black, which tells us it's fully defined. And we'll come up to features, extrude cut. And it's worth noting there are loads of different options for end conditions there. We used blind previously. This time we're going to use through or both. And we'll slowly have a look at all the different options there in the following tutorials. So now we've got our cut, the model's looking good. We're going to come up here, and just for clarity, I'm going to hide the planes and the temporary axis and normal axis. And it's looking pretty good. The last thing we need to do is add some fillets. So let's make it 5mm. Come into the bottom there, add a fillet to the bottom, and we're going to fillet the insides of that cut. And we can even select, we can do it all in one. Fillets are a really nice tool. There's other options here, variable fillets, face fillets, full round fillets. We're not going to look at all of them today, but just worth noting that they're there. Okay, and there we have it. There's our model. It's looking pretty good. And finally, we're going to add some appearance. So if we come over here to appearances, come down, it's up to you. You can apply whatever appearance you want. Personally, I'm just going to select brass, polished brass, select the body, and it applies it to everything. And there we go, looks pretty good. So alright guys, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did like the video, please like and subscribe, and there will be more to come shortly. Alright guys, thanks, bye.